Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's 25 to 6 in the evening. It's been a really extremely hot day today. I haven't felt like doing much. I've just felt exhausted just moving a few just round the field. Max has been flat out on the chair. My cat is flat out on the sofa. It is hard to breathe, so normally my Max and Harry are running around my feet, getting in front of the camera and getting up to naughty antics. But this evening they're sat down and I think they're tired. I mean, all that fur that Harry's got, I mean, he is absolutely covered in long fur. It must be really boiling. I've just been sitting in front of the tower fan. I've also got another fan facing me as well because I felt so hot when I came back from a walk this afternoon. I carried Max most of the way. He didn't want to walk. I don't blame him. I like to go for a walk, and I like taking my dog with me. And when I obviously put him underneath my arm and he was underneath my cap, so I didn't force him to walk. He wanted to walk. He was standing by the doorway, and he wanted to go out. And then I think he thought, oh my God, this is too hot for me, and then he didn't want to walk. I hope everybody is having a great evening. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. So the start of the Sweeps Festival is this evening. But the full-blown festival is Saturday, Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday here in Rochester. They've posted up signs opposite Rochester Railway Station to show people coming off the train visiting Rochester from wherever which way to go. And apparently people are handing out the leaflets telling you what it's all about and when the events are happening. So at some point I shall try and get outside and film some of it. I do not like crowds of people, but I will try and get out and film some of it, even if it's just from like out the way. I'll try and film it. It's the different colours, the costumes are wonderful, the people are friendly, and it's a big event in Medway. And lots of folk music as well, lots of beer, and just jolly good fun. So that starts tomorrow. I'm not going out anywhere this evening. I'm bushwhacked. My eyes are sore as well. I get hay fever, so they're itchy and sore and they've been running. So 2 o'clock this afternoon, I was getting ready to take Max out for a walk. And then the post lady rang my buzzer, so I picked up this, and she went, I've got 2 parcels for you, Crystal. And I've got 1 parcel for you, Crystal, and I've got 1 parcel for Alice. Now that's me, so they've just missed off my first name, but that is what she said to me in the lift. I've got 1 parcel for Crystal and 1 parcel for Alice. Which is me and one the same person. There's not anybody else living here. So she sent up the parcels in the lift. And they were my Hulk balloons, the Incredible Hulk, which I'll show you now. There was 3 of them. So I've got this one. Hulk and his tooth. And we've got this one. And there was another one, but I've blown it up and popped it live on TikTok, so I can't show you that. So I like to get new balloons, so I haven't blown up these before. The Incredible Hulk. Now guys, this was a bargain. It was reduced. It was half price. Timberland waistcoat. Got multi-pocket. So I got this from eBay. It's absolutely wonderful because I can keep my dog bits in here. There's multi-pockets inside and out. This cost me £6 and it was half the price. It would have been about what, £13–14. Timberland Pro series. Genuine Timberland product. I used to have Timberland boots years ago, and you know, it's got the tag still on it. Timberland Gilet. It's not been worn. It's just like ex stock. And I wanted a waistcoat. You know, not only does it, like, if it's a bit chilly in the evening, keep me warm around the waist, whatever, it covers up your bits and pieces as well. It is, however, heavy. It's heavy. I wore it this afternoon and it's quite heavy, so it's like a weight on top of you. So it's decent. It's a decent waistcoat. So well done eBay for that, because it's cool. I just wanted to go through a bit of the post in a longer video. So, I had a letter from Oldham. Oldham, 290 Lee Street, Oldham. That's what the balloons came in. A second class envelope from Oldham. Paid and printed from eBay. So that's that one. We had a letter from Whitestone in Hereford, and that was, I'm trying to sort myself out a direct debit to pay the rent, and they've got it wrong, so I've got to sort that out. I come from Medway. This has come from Dock Road in Chatham. And that is telling me my housing benefit stopped. That's the second or third letter I've had this over this week and last week, them telling me that my rent benefit has stopped. I know. And then we had this little booklet from the Tier Fund. And this has a very strong smell to it. I can't hold that for long. Church Road, Teddington. Little booklets. Right, so I came back from walking Max. There was just two people sat on a bench, a male and a female outside, and there were some men sticking things to the black post. Just sticking like notices to the post. That was, by the time I'd got round the field, they'd gone. There was nobody there. And I managed to walk off the field okay. There was people coming on the field and I was coming off. I sat down for a minute because I was just hot and exhausted, rested, and then I got up and I walked home. And I'm just trying not to let things get to me. We all have a path, a journey in life, and it's our own. And we come across good people, we come across bad people, we come across evil people that want to destroy our happiness. And I'm trying not to let that happen anymore. And it's very difficult to do what you want to do, but several people want to stop you doing it. So instead of getting cross and angry, which I used to do, I'm taking a deep breath and carrying on. And if I feel stressed, I feel cross, I try and deal with it in a positive way rather than losing my rag and looking nuts. I am older than a lot of people, but I'm not ancient. David Attenborough has been talking about how he's nearing the end of his life. David Attenborough has been around for ages. And he's talking about how, he's nearing the end of his life. And it's probably scary thinking about that, because he's quite old, isn't he, David Attenborough? Let me find out how old he is. Alexa, how old's David Attenborough? David Attenborough is 98 years old, so I'm getting all this flack because I'm an older person. He's 40 years older than me. He's been going for ages. Just because you're old, it doesn't mean you stop living. You don't, you know what I mean? So we all have a journey, and each of our journey is different. And I remember how I was bullied at school and how it stopped me from learning. It stopped me from learning. I could have been somebody, but bullies held me back. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to learn. They made me feel awful. They still do today, bullies make me feel awful, but I am learning ways around it. Hopefully we all live to an old age. Some of us don't. I consider myself lucky every day I get up in the morning and I can still smell the flowers and see the sunshine. I don't go around bullying other people with negative energy and upsetting them. You get people that are fixated with you and just cannot stop going going into the social media, finding out what you're doing, and then starting on you. They're fixated. They say they hate me, they call me hateful names, but they're still going down my social media. They're fixated. They can't stop. They'll say hateful things. They're really real hits, raw nerve. But they still go down my YouTube and TikTok and into my Facebook. And if I was that terrible, they wouldn't go in there at all. And I'm not going to be such a mug from now on. You know, I'm not making money from any platform at the moment, but who knows in the future. And then these people that are ripping me off and taking the piss and pinching my ideas, going where I'm going, copying me and whatnot, then it'd be good if I could start to earn some money. Money that I deserve. Like I said, I've seen creators living in poverty. Absolute poverty. And people making money out of them. You know. If these guys in Russia knew that they was being exploited, I'm sure the guy that's being exploited and made fun of for his appearance and how he's living, if he took hold of the camera, you know, they're taking advantage of people with limited understanding as well. Not that they're backward, but because of their circumstances and what they're living like, they're being taken advantage of. When people that are being exploited like myself wake up and realise what people are doing, maybe there'll be a change in being exploited, people being exploited. Because it comes across to me as the person on the camera is making money from someone who's vulnerable and in need of help, which is not on, is it? So taking the guy into a public place and then making him look like a fucking dickhead. Why doesn't the cameraman take this guy to a hairdresser's? Somewhere where he can get tidied up, to a place with a shower, instead of having everybody laughing at him. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this either. Why is the cameraman taking the piss out of this poor lad, he's obviously extremely poor and in need of help? And apparently someone said that the cameraman is taking all the money that is supposed to go to this man. So that people are being told, don't send the guy money, the cameraman's taking it all. That's really bad. That's the worst exploitation ever. I've been called a mug to my face. I've had someone steal my videos and fucking make money from them. They've made money from taking the piss out of me, and well, fair play. But I did a video telling them that I knew what they was doing, and go ahead, keep doing it. I've got some loyal followers out there, some people that appreciate me and have been around from about 2009, the same as myself. So you can only keep stealing for so long. Instead of exploiting that Russian couple, help them. Make sure the money is going to the couple to get them a new bed, some cleaning equipment to tidy up, instead of making them look like a pair of tramps, because I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're just living in extreme poverty. which is not being tramps, that's being under extreme hardship. So, still haven't heard from those social workers, guys. I'm now really beginning to think that they were bogus, sent out to spy in my flat and take the piss. I'm turning my life around. I'm not being taken for a mug anymore. I don't want attention. I don't want to be famous. I want to help people and highlight people that are in extreme poverty and disabled people that are just being exploited. And that's cruel because some people don't have the knowledge, and disabled people might not know what's going on and happening. As for calling me names, it really doesn't matter. I've had it since I was a child. I used to walk out of my block of flats in Sydenham, London, and I got called Four Eyes. As soon as I walked down the stairs, Four Eyes, what's that in your hair, Four Eyes? I've always been unique. I've always liked doing things different. So I used to spray colours in my hair when I was about 14 or 15. And I used to paint my nails in all these different colours. Because, you know, you're growing up, you're an adolescent, and you're learning. And your own personality is coming through. So I paint my fingernails a different colour, go down the steps of my flats. Ooh! Four Eyes, what's in your hair? What's that on your nails? And of course, they try and stop you being yourself. And I'm afraid you don't. It took me to my late 30s to realise that, you know, fuck 'em. And it took me to my early 50s, I'm losing my dad, to really say fuck 'em. I'm going to go now, guys. I'm going to get on with the rest of my evening. See you later. Peace.